Okay, so today I'm going to do part two of my chicken cutting exercise. So part one, I'll just repeat, is how to cut chicken or carve a chicken without making a mess. So here's my roast chicken from Woolworths, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. You'll see that it's lying on its back. And I'll just trim the plastic bag. And fold it back to expose the chicken. Alright. So knife, fork. This is a knife sharpener, so it's always good to start with a sharp knife. So I have sharpened it. Right, so I always start, that's half the chicken, and I always start with the legs because they stick out. So I find the joint and I just trim away. I forgot a container, which is useful. It'll do. Alright, so basically from there I go straight into the container. So all the sauciness of the chicken stays in the plastic, so I don't actually get it onto where I'm cutting, and then I can just lift it up later when I want to clean it. So here's the joint. Find the joint and get the blade between the joint and just trim it off. So here's the legs. Once I've done the legs, I'll just trim in here. And then I could move to the wings, but they're a little bit hard to get to. So then I'll go with the thighs. So I'll take it down the center, find the center bone. And then what I'll do is I'll just trim off little fillets. Just cut it through to the bone, to the chest bone. And then I have this nice little chicken fillets. You can make them thicker or thinner depending on what you want to do with them. If they want to go on sandwiches, maybe they should be a bit thinner. And I just move it away from the bone to the side, and then I can just lift it up, either the whole lot if you're really good, not that good. So I keep the white meat because there's some people who don't like the brown meat and only like the white meat. My kids were like that. Just work your way to the end. And I've got all my white meat on that side. Alright, and there's the rest of the wing. So find the joint again. Now I can get to the wing quite easily. I've destroyed that one a little bit, but there. And then either turn it around, which is easier, and then I can work my way from the outside to the inside of that chest bone. All the way through, and I might get another one, maybe not. And then just go down the bone towards the wing and just work the meat off the bone nice and neatly. And then you just take your right chop. This bowl's going to be a bit small. It's also nice if you've got a platter, you could just lay it out on the platter nice and neatly. And there we go. And then we'll go back to our wing again. You can access the wing nicely here in the joint, just trim it off. Alright, that's it. Bring it around again. Alright, so what you got left is, that's just, you got the partridge. The partridge's nose. Very important part. Now that part just goes, would nobody really eat it. So that's really nice. Then you got the, what I'd say the thigh. So you could work the thigh loose as well if you can just find the joint. This doesn't always work too well. There we go. So I got the thigh off now. And then the other one. I'm hacking it apart a bit here. But you just kind of work your way, work the blade in. It's quite soft. This one came straight out of the oven. Alright, so I'm left with a bit of skin, if you like the skin. The meat is basically done. There's a little bit here and a little bit here. You can trim that off. What I usually do is I just cut it up like this and like this. I've used this carcass instead of throwing it away or ripping it apart to, you know, you can take the little bits and pieces for a sandwich or a chicken mayonnaise or something. But I like to make a soup with this. So I basically just break the carcass up into smaller pieces and then I just pop it straight in there. But you can actually just leave it in the plastic bag. Because remember, you've got your juices still in there. Alright, so let's put that one side. So I can just lift it up like that. And then in you go. And hold everything, and you add some vegetables, some soup stock or whatever you want. And usually rinse the plastic and then put it into recycling. I've got a bit of a mess here on the counter or on the cutting board because I cut through the plastic. But if you're really good, you won't even have a mess there. And that's how I recommend carving a chicken.